Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group Compressor. For the first law of thermodynamics is the first law of thermodynamics, also known as law of conservation of energy, states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Energy can only be transferred or changed from one form to another. So the equation for the first law of thermodynamics is change in internal energy equal to heat transferred to or from the system minus work done on or by the system. If the system is a constant volume, isovolumetric, the equation will be change in internal energy equal to heat transferred to or from the system. If the system is isothermal, constant temperature, and the equation will be heat transferred to or from the system equal to work done on or by the system. If the system is adiabatic, and the equation will be change in internal energy equal to negative work done on or by the system. If the isolated system, so the heat transferred to or from the system equal to 0, and work done on or by the system equal to 0, and the equation will be the change in internal energy equal to 0. So the next is the definition of the second law of thermodynamics. The second law of thermodynamics states that the state of entropy of the entire universe as an isolated system will always increase over the time. The second law also states that the changes in entropy in the universe can never be negative. The second law of thermodynamics is to identify the directions of processes, accept the energy has quality as well as quantity. This law provides the necessary means to determine the quality as well as the degree of degradation of energy during a process. And this law is also used in determining the theoretical limits for the performance of commonly used engineering systems, as well as predicting the degree completion of chemical reaction. The major players in developing the second law is the first one is heat generally cannot flow spontaneously from a material at a lower temperature to a material at a higher temperature. It is impossible to convert heat completely in a cyclic process. This means that there is no way for one to convert all of the energy of a system into work without losing energy.
For the first law of thermodynamics, its statement is that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, they can only change form. While for the second law, it is stated that the entropy of an isolated system will always increase and never decrease. And for the expression, as you can see in the slide, first law of thermodynamics is mainly talk about energy, while the second law is mainly focused on entropy. For the first law, the first expression implies that the change of the energy of the system is equal to the energy that comes in minus the energy that goes out. While for the second expression, it implies that the change in internal energy of the system is equal to the sum of the heat flow into the system and the work done on the system by the surrounding. While for the second law of thermodynamics, the first expression implies that the change of entropy of the system is equal to the entropy of the final state minus the entropy of the initial state. While for the second expression, it implies that the total change in the entropy is the sum of the change in the entropy of the system and the surrounding, which will increase for any real process cannot be less than 0.
Next, we're going to go through the application of the first law of thermodynamics in food packaging, or to be specific, in cooking spray bottle. So this application is an adiabatic expansion process. Using the first law of thermodynamics, we can see that when work is done by the cooking spray, in the expansion process, the internal energy of the spray decreases. However, the cooking spray involves the heat of vaporization regulating the cooling effect. Therefore, this application involves both of the first law of thermodynamics and the concept of the latent heat. Application of the law of thermodynamics in pressure cooker. So a pressure cooker lock in the steam inside the cooker so that none of it can escape. This pressure built in this isocratic or isothermal process as the volume of the cooker stay the same throughout the process. As the pressure increases, the temperature also increases in the cooker. This increase in temperature heat up the pressure cooker much more faster, or to a higher extent, thus saving and energy and cooking your food faster. So if you want to look on the first law of thermodynamics in this pressure cooker, it can be said that this process is isochronic as the volumes stay the same throughout the process and no work is done on the system. Then according to the second law of thermodynamics, the heat will spontaneously flow from the hot air in the cooker to the food, thus heating and cooking the food.
Refrigerator is another application of thermodynamics. Refrigerator transfer heat inside the fridge to a warmer area, usually a kitchen, to cool and freeze the food for preservation. Clausius' statement of the second law of thermodynamics asserts that it is impossible to construct a device that, operating in a cycle, has no effect other than the transfer of heat from a cooler to a hotter body. This means that energy will not flow from cold to hot regions without outside assistance. So, refrigerators satisfy the Clausius requirement of external action through the application of mechanical power or equivalent natural transfer of heat.
And we're going to proceed with the experiment on first law of thermodynamics. These are the materials needed. So first we're going to boil the water And while waiting for the water to boil, we'll set up the experiment by connecting the balloon to the mouth of the bottle. Then, we will tie the bottle to the pole in order to make sure that the bottle will stay in place. First law of thermodynamics is about conservation of energy, where energy cannot be created nor destroyed. The change in internal energy is equals to the heat energy minus the work done. Once the water has boiled, we can pour it into the bowl. As you can see, the balloon started to inflate as a sign of increased pressure inside the balloon. When the hot water gets into contact with the bottle, the heat energy from the hot water will flow into the system, which is inside the bottle and balloon. Work is done by the system, causing the balloon to inflate.
The simple experiment about the second law of thermodynamics.
Okay, we need a lot of candles, 3 lighters and 2 balloons.
Before that, my name is Nushairah binti Zaid and my number metric is 208.85.
As you can see, I light up all the candles, but at this moment my finger is burning because the candle is too hot, so I need to use all the lighter actually. Then I proceed with took the balloon on top of the candles and the balloon is popped.
This is the reason why the balloon was exploded. And then the second one is about the balloon is filled with water. Then you put the balloon on top of the candles. After 2 minutes, there was nothing happened. And look at that. And this is the reason why the balloon was not exploded. Last but not least, the conclusion. Thank you for watching.